Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I will be doing this look for you. If you would like to continue watching, then let's get into this video. Right now I'm going to be taking the Dipbrow from Anastasia in the shade dark brown and her double-ended brush with the spoolie on the end and the actual. Now I'm just going to take some of this brown. So what I like to do is just follow the bottom of my eyebrow. And it's okay if you mess up. You can always fix it with concealer, so it doesn't matter. So what I like to do is take the rest of the product that I have on this brush and just lightly flick just a line. I like to take more product, and then I'll start with this part of my brow, the end of my brow, and I'll just follow the same exact step that I did under my brow. So how I followed the under my brow, I'm going to do the same thing at the top. Try to get as close as possible as you can to your hair, because if you go a little bit too far up, that may give the illusion that your eyebrow is like super thick. And I used to do that, and now I'm kind of like getting used to not doing it anymore. Try not to bring too much product to the front of your brow, because you want to get that faded illusion, that faded effect. So after you did that, you could just brush through them as much as you want, as much as you like. What I prefer to do is do brush strokes, because the front of my brow, I actually don't have that much hair, so I like to create the illusion that I do have hair there. So what I like to do is flick up lightly, not too hard, because if you do, you're gonna look crazy, and I tend to do that sometimes. So lightly create brow strokes like that. So I'm going to be taking the Tarte concealer in the shade, what shade is this? Fair Natural. And now I'm going to be taking a flat brush, looks like this, just a regular flat brush. Doesn't have a name on it, sadly, so sorry about that. So I'm just gonna take the concealer that's on the back of my hand. I like to put it on the back of my hand so it can warm up a little bit. And then what I like to do is start off the front of my brow. And if I don't talk while I'm concealing, that's because I'm holding my breath and I can't talk. I prefer not to talk when I'm concealing my eyebrows, because if I do talk, I tend to mess up a lot. So I'm not gonna talk while I do this. What I like to do is just slowly but carefully bring down the concealer that I just placed under my eyebrows, the line that I just placed under there. I like to bring that down so I can use this concealer as a base for my eyeshadow. So what I like to do now is take my Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in 10 Fair Light. I don't know if you can see that. Can you? Cannot. Okay. So 10 Fair Light is just Maybelline Fit Me Loose Setting Powder, and this is super full coverage. What I like to do is just grab a dome brush. Doesn't have a name on it. The name wore off, to be honest. It wore off, but it's just a regular dome in the brush. This, see? And what I like to do is take a little bit, tap off the excess, because look, the coverage, yeah. And I just like to set my eye. You don't really have to set your concealer, your base, but I don't feel like going through not setting it and have to sit there and blend and blend and blend. Charles X Morphe palette. And I'm going to be taking, let me remove this thing. Oh, she's been kind of used. This palette is like freaking huge. I am obsessed with this palette right here. You guys really do not understand how obsessed I am with it. So I am going to be taking, let's see what I'm going to take today. I'm going to take this shade right here, which is, I believe that's 10% off. Yes, I'm going to be taking 10% off. I'm just going to use that 10% off as a transition shade. So I'm just going to pack it. Okay. You see how, like, look at that. Like, look at that. Oh my god, I'm so freaking obsessed. Like, you guys have no idea how obsessed I am with this palette. Like, look at that pigment. Look, just, oh my goodness. So I'm just gonna take that as a transition shade. You don't have to be really precise with your transition shade. You could be a little messy with it, to be honest, because it's just gonna guide the other colors that you place on your eye. So I like to use circular motions. I don't really like to use windshield wiper motions. I really like circular motions a lot. I'm going to be taking the Beauty Treats EO2 blending brush. I'm just going to take that red shade, You're Kidding Me, from the James Charles palette. And I'm just going to pop that into my crease, but I'm going to pack it in, and I'm going to slowly build the color up. You always want to start with slowly building the color up. You don't want to just directly put too much product, because it can get hard to blend out, and then it'll just look muddy and crazy, and it won't really look right. So always tap off your excess on the brush and just circular motions. I'm going to be taking the black shade Spooky. And I'm going to be taking this, anyway, I'm getting distracted, whatever. So I'm just gonna be taking like this small tapered blending brush. So what I like to do is tap it. I don't really like to take that much black, because I know how much black can like ruin a look within a snap of a finger, and I'm kind of scared to use this, to be honest. My glitters in here, literally. So I'm going to be taking, okay, silver. Is this silver? I think this is silver. I think before I do that, I'm going to be taking some concealer and cutting my crease. So it's okay if it looks crazy at first. Don't worry about it, it's fine. You can always fill it in. So now I'm going to be taking the Beauty Treats EO1 smudger brush, that black shade, Spooky, and I'm going to be patting So I'm gonna take a little bit of You're Kidding Me on the same brush that I took the first time, blending brush, tap off the excess and just lightly, not barely even touching, just around the edges. Okay, so now that looks like that, that's basically how the eyes look right now. I am going to be taking my Duo Glue, this Duo Glue. So what I like to do is start off in small sections because I feel like the glue does dry down kind of fast, but that's okay. And it's okay if you have fallout on your under eye. That happens. That's okay. You are so annoying.
Ah, that's my baby.
What I like to do is just look down and go my mirror and try to get it as close as possible to your eyelash line. I am going to now take the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop foundation in the shade Warm Vanilla. This foundation is 24 hours. I like to take the Maybelline Fit Me Concealer. This is a little one in the shade 55 Hazelnut. And I like to start off by doing little and follow. Like that. And I just like to blend up in circular motions, but I blend up like that. Don't blend down because then it's going to look crazy. So you want to do this, blend up. And just blend and blend to your handful though. So now I'm going to be taking that Maybelline Fit Me powder, new setting powder, in the shade 10. In the shade 10 Fair Light. I'm going to take a little bit on here. And I'm going to take my beauty blender and coat it like that. And now I'm going to look up, but look like that, and just set my under eye like that. I am going to be taking the NYX Matte Bronzer in the shade Medium. This right here. And it looks like this. Yeah, she's very well used. And I'm going to be taking the Beauty Treats F03 brush. It's basically a small, it's meant for blush, but I don't use it for blush. I use it for bronzing on my face. When I contour, well, not contour, but bronze on my face, I like to go in a C like that. So I'm just going to show you guys what I like to do. I basically like to carve out my own cheek. So you always want to create a line. You always bring it into your brow bone like that. It's okay if it looks like a little dark. Contouring your nose is very, very, very hard. You can make or break it, to be honest. Like, so serious. It's super hard. I know I'm not a pro at it just yet, but I just like to do stuff like my nose looks hella snatched when I do it. And sometimes, listen, you want to bring the lines as close as possible. As close. I like to take the Tarte blush in a Party. This is literally my all-time favorite blush. This is so freaking bomb. And I'm going to be taking this Wet n Wild blush brush. I take a little bit, and I like to go like this because it's really thick until it's really good. It's really good. And I like to go like this. Taking from the James Charles palette the shade Face, and look at that. Listen, more Morphe setting spray actually. And I'm going to be taking the Kylie lip kit, but I'm just going to be taking her lip pencil in the shade Dulce K. So I'm just taking that, and this is the final look.